Ukraine is facing a cut in gas supplies from the 1st of January if it doesn't pay off its debt to Russian energy giant Gazprom. The company says Kyiv owes it $2 billion for November and December. Talks about settling the dispute, which have been running for 2 months now, are now in deadlock. RT's Alexandra Kasharnitska has more.
As Gazprom senior officials were getting ready for the conference, they got some news themselves. Ukraine will pay $800 million out of their $2.4 billion debt, but there's a catch.
It
will not pay any more toward reducing its debt for November and December, at least until the end of the year.
The debt payment was a necessary condition to seal a contract between Gazprom and its Ukrainian counterpart, Naftogaz. According to Gazprom, Ukraine isn't paying up and is in no hurry to negotiate other solutions.
In the absence of the legal preconditions to supply gas to Ukraine, the contract, which should be signed for the deliveries of the next year, will not be in a position to supply the gas. So it's a very simple rule, no contract, no deliveries.
So what are the options for Gazprom?
Certainly Gazprom might limit the gas deliveries to Ukraine, but Kyiv will once again start siphoning off gas.
Show us the money game started years ago and now seems like a never-ending story. Russian exports supply about a quarter of the EU's gas needs, and about 80% flows through Ukraine. In 2005, following a price dispute, Gazprom shut off the supply to Ukraine. Kyiv started siphoning off gas illegally, which resulted in disruptions of deliveries to Europe. Many fear a repeat of the 2005 scenario.
Ukraine has obligation as a transit country, and comparatively with the story of 2005-2006, our contracts for supply and for transit, they are separated, and we expect that Ukraine will continue to be in compliance with the transit contract.
Gazprom's representatives have already met with the European officials. They hope the EU would be able to pressure Kyiv into paying, and now say they've reached an understanding.
It certainly would be unusual in the Western markets for an oil company or a gas company to provide discounted prices to a major customer and say, well, fine, we'll just not require payment for that.
As the financial crisis raises pressure on both sides, some analysts say Ukraine simply has no cash. Others ask where the money went.
The margin between buying and selling is almost 50%. They're buying it for $175 and resell for $340.
So money shouldn't be a problem.
A real problem is the dispute, political dispute between Yushchenko and Tymoshenko. And secondly, once again, Ukraine wants to show necessity to be closer to Europe. Again, wants to show they kind of under the threat from the powerful Gazprom.
The gas card is a beloved topic in Ukraine's domestic and foreign policy, but recent events showed it will be hard to accuse Russia of using it as a political tool.
Russia continued to supply gas to Georgia even in the tragic days of South Ossetia. Georgia decided to prevent supplies of Russian gas to South Ossetia.
The main question remains, when will the situation be resolved? Some say that's a rhetorical question.
Gas is the key to the power in Ukraine. That's why we see such a fight between Yushchenko and Tymoshenko. To resolve it, we need to see political stability, one actual leader, and normal economy.
So far, the chances of resolution seem vague. Alexandra Kasharnitska, RT, Moscow.